this is Arunava Chaudhuri and you are on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. I was listening on Tuesday for a little while to the Supreme Court hearing in regard to the AIFF draft constitution, and I realized one thing, and I actually tweeted about it because I thought I couldn't believe what I was listening to, and I quote myself: listening today to AIFF constitution hearing of the Supreme Court, I realized rather than lawyers arguing and looking into the case, one should have asked governance experts to draft and then get it cleared by courts. What do I mean by that? What do I mean that governance experts are in a better position than lawyers to draft what should be in the constitution, not only of the AIFF, but also if you look at the Indian Olympic Association, other sporting bodies in India? Yeah. What do you mean? Very simply, someone who deals with governance, sports governance to be precise, looks at how a sport in an ideal case scenario could, should, needs to be governed. And therefore, for me, such people with knowledge, with understanding would be in the best position to frame something in a way, write it down in such a way that could be looked at by the courts, most probably rephrased, reworded, but then implemented. Because at the moment, the way it's going, I want to shout, I want to go into the room and says, SOS, SOS, who's going to save Indian football? Because the way the case is being discussed, the way certain lawyers are talking about things, it sounds to me that we are straight walking into a potential FIFA ban. And why do I say that? I've said this now, I don't know how many times over the last 2.5 years. At first I said, give the new AIFF a chance. But then I realized we had a problem in the leadership, lack of leadership, wrong leaders. And that has brought us into a situation where it's now become a free-for-all in the sense of you take certain decisions, you don't take certain decisions, you do certain things in a certain way, you don't do certain things in a certain way. And the law of the game, which is sacrosanct, is being played around with. It's been Indian-style jugaad, right? That, if the laws don't fit us, we make the laws the way we want it, we need it. And that is very, very dangerous. If I go back to that hearing, for example, they said, listen, originally it was planned that the new AIFF would be an interim body for 3 months. 3 months. It's been more than 2.5 years. Certain people have gone, other people have come. And the overall structure of the federation has suffered. We need someone to come in with an understanding of football, with an understanding of sporting rules and regulations, someone with contacts to the right people in politics and the economy, to be able to take Indian football forward and get us out of this huge black hole which we've fallen into. We need to get out of this mess. And today was once more a day where I felt there are a lot of people talking about Indian football. There are a lot of people talking about football and talking about sports. But do they understand football or do they understand sports? And in understanding, I'm not saying about the rules generally, but matters of governance. How do you structure a sports? How do you bring everybody together to work towards a common goal? This is the biggest problem that Indian football faces. And that makes me very, very worried, very, very unsure, unclear of where are we heading? How are we heading where? And if you want to have a future, a better future, a brighter future, we need drastic changes. Otherwise, the future isn't bright. I'm worried. I'm very, very worried. And I guess a lot of Indian football fans are as well. And some, from what I know, what people have been saying, have actually given up. And that makes me sad, angry, worried. We need to do something and change it. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree with me? Do you have something else to add? Write those things down in the comments below. And as always, like, share, and subscribe Arunfoot here on YouTube. Visit my other social medias. Visit arunfoot.com. And I'll be back very, very soon. So Arunava Chaudhuri signing off. Bye for now.